This is episode 288, Limp Bisquick.
I didn't think of anything to say after that because I was just so focused on this moment and experiencing you saying those words.
What happens in this episode of The Tone Control, Derek?
This time we wrap up the giveaway. We give away a Pedal Train Classic Junior to one lucky listener, or one lucky entrant, I should say. Get entering these giveaways, guys.
We listen to riffs.
And you have a pretty good shot at winning. So, just saying. And then we talked about a gig that I had that was really awesome, and we talked about some other stuff that I've already forgotten about somehow.
It was just like the whole concept of gigs. Anyway, whatever.
What's the concept of gigs again? Yeah. And then
the concept of gigs. What a stupid fucking thing to say. Guys, we break down the concept of gigs.
What is gigs?
What is the gig economy? That's what we really were talking about.
In this economy?
In this economy.
It's the Tone Control.
It's
What's up?
It's the time. It's it. Welcome and hello.
Mm-hmm.
And hi. So
hi.
This podcast is being recorded mere hours before it's going to be released because I was gone.
Yeah.
I just fucking left.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm going to be away. What do we do?" And I was like,
"Nothing." It's the answer.
We friggin' wait is what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine.
And like,
it's fine.
Whatever.
So this episode comes out tomorrow.
Right. So what do we got? What's happening, bro?
I mean,
giveaways.
Well, what do you want to do? The giveaway is the big thing here. And
it's the big thing.
I think,
yeah.
Do we want to dive right in?
I mean, we could, we could talk nonsense for a second. Because it's technically been one more week between when we record, that's apparently enough for me to lose my mind. I have no idea
as far as like what we do.
Yeah, what do we do?
I mean, usually we delay anything important until at least 15 minutes in. Yeah. But we don't have to do that.
It's like a pre-recorded show where they're doing the making sure everybody gets in time to hear the good stuff.
Yeah, doing the bookending. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I can tell you what's going on here anyway.
Yeah.
Do some of that. I got a filling this morning.
Oh fuck.
Blah.
That's not great. Well, I guess it's probably gonna be good for the tooth, I guess, but
yeah, I mean, I didn't want to need one, but like it's easier than ever, and like it just sucks. Like it's just a pain in the ass. So I don't think we're there yet.
Can I get another one of those?
No.
It's
like some ASMR hell.
It's like I want to put that on a key.
It's like teeth cheddar key.
Well, that's sort of crappy.
It is sort of crappy. And what's crappier is I got to go back because I got to do some others. So, but you know, it's pretty.
Didn't just do them all at once.
It was a time scheduling thing. So but I'm going back in a few weeks. But it's this whole like pretty uncomfortable experience, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not like, I don't feel awesome. And they're like, yeah, it's not unusual to be a little like about it for a couple days. So now I have to kind of wait that out. But I'm pretty sure like I'm contacting the filling before my tooth. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so like when closing,
it's protruding.
Yeah. And so they numb you to do this just topically and stuff. And they're like, so does it feel like you're catching the filling? And I'm like, it's numb. I don't know. Like, what do you... and like you can kind of tell.
You're the one who just shot me full of Novocaine, man.
Yeah, like you can kind of tell, but I was like, I don't know, I'm not really sure because like, you know, there's like 2 to 4 hands in your mouth at any given time, so like, just a lot of, you know. So I was like, I don't know, it's all right. So I don't think it's all right though.
I know, like even at just for a regular dental like cleaning,
Yeah.
they do they clean your teeth with that crap that's like on their little ring, and
Yep.
and they like, polish your, and then they like hose you down, and it's like, did I get it all? Does it still feel kind of gritty? And it's like, no, you never get it all.
You never
but
get
like,
it all.
I don't
Yeah.
care. Like, just get out of my mouth.
Yeah, like it's fine.
It's gonna go away in like a minute.
Yeah.
Like, just get.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
don't.
exactly.
Anyway, if you wanted the truth,
Exactly.
anyway, well, feelings. Yeah, wife had one of those a few months ago now, but
I've unfortunately had many. It's just a
Yeah.
thing. I'm one of those people. That's like, not awesome with flossing things.
a
But
lot of times it's just the shape of your teeth too. It's like there's
that's
something where
like
it's like really hard to get in between, and so like I have some spots the dentist is always like,
Yeah.
keeping an eye on that. I got my
Right.
eye on you. They X-ray me, like it's still good for now, kind of thing.
that's pretty much what it's been for many years. It's like, what's that doing? And I'm like, I'm gonna try to beat it. Like, because they tell you, like, oh, you can, if you like change your routine for 6 months, you could get ahead of this thing.
Yeah, you can.
And I'm like,
fix
cool.
them up.
Yeah. So and they're like, you lost the race, and then they got to fill.
You got beat. Yeah.
Damn. So, damn. But what else is going on? That's about it. I guess I'm nearing the end of I'm earning myself a micro credential, Justin, in
Now, is that like a
generative AI.
micronutrient?
A micro credential. It's like it's so like your degree, my degree. Those are our credentials.
Those are macro credentials.
They are. So a micro credential is a
Just
really
like
little
2 credit hours.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like
wow,
a very
okay.
short. It's not even broken down into credit hours, I think. But it's I've been in this class for 6 weeks, and I get like it's an official certification, but it's backed by a university that's accredited. So it's like a very very small portion of an advanced degree.
Tiny degree.
A tiny weeny little teeny one. But it's really kind of great, honestly. Like I was pretty skeptical of all this AI business, especially as it relates to my job and education and the arts and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
But man, is it making for some really banger shit at work. Like it's just making a lot of things a lot easier so I can focus on other stuff, which is like what everyone says. Like that's the goal, know? But it's really true. And I don't know, just learning some of this more advanced prompting engineering and some of the other, like the speed at which the tools update is like its own thing. But it's been bonkers. So I don't know. This is my like little soapbox. I just encourage anyone who's like remotely interested in some of this to really explore, because you can get into some like really interesting areas with all this shit. So that's been like taking up a bunch of my weekend time too, actually. So I'm kind of like just
You're ready to be done.
ready to be done. Yeah, it's been 6 weeks. So I'm in the final week now. So
Cool.
yeah.
Well, if anything, I'm less educated than I used to be, so somehow figure that out.
Yeah, I've forgotten. You know how people say like, "Oh, that guy's forgotten more about guitar than I'll ever know." I've just forgotten all of it. Like
Just all the guitars has been forgotten.
just period. Yeah, not more than anyone, but like Anyway, what's going on with you? Where were you?
We went to Williamsburg, Virginia.
Okay.
Which is first time that the kiddo went there, and the last time we were there was actually Marielle and I and my first trip as like a couple, so like over a decade ago. And yeah, so we see Colonial Williamsburg with the all the old buildings and the actors and sort of staged events. Sort of as it happened that you kind of participate. It's Revolutionary War stuff, United States Revolutionary War stuff, and they have people playing all these sort of famous roles, but instead of like reading about it like a history book, it's just you're walking down the street and all of a sudden people start shouting and you you know, you turn up and there's like an in the street conversation going, and they're discussing how the black powder has been stolen from the magazine last night, and the governor says that, you know, blah blah blah. But
well, you're not LARPing.
But a little bit, because like
you're witnessing LARPing.
Yeah, and like I'm standing there watching these guys, and this guy's like, "Everyone, calm down. I have it on assurances." And the guy next to me is like, "On whose assurances?" And he's like tapping me on the shoulder, and he's like, while this guy's talking, he's like turning to me like, I don't believe a word he's saying. Like, can you understand? Like, what if he's not telling the truth to us? And I'm like, holy shit!
Excuse me, sorry.
There's like three people.
That's
like
so funny.
It's pretty well done.
Just
anyway,
like, I can just picture that, like what is it? A flash mob, like getting you hyped up into mob mentality over something that's like completely nothing, and they're just like, "Come on, man, the black powder, what the fuck?" And you're like, "What the fuck?
How are we supposed to defend ourselves? You know, have you heard what happened in Lexington? You know, and all this shit." So, So anyway, we went for a week. It was kind of go to see that, but it was a little bit like that's just the place where my parents were able to get their like timeshare exchange and stuff. So it's a little bit like circumstantial, but Aria really enjoyed a ton of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's other things there. There's also Jamestown and Yorktown. There's like battlefields, and anybody who's like, my daughter's super into the Hamilton musical, and so now she has like all the events as told through that. We went to the place. I'm like, here's the thing where he was like, take the powder and the bullets out of your gun, and they stormed this. They're called redoubts. These little encampment things, these barriers of earth. They stormed them at night and slayed everybody with bayonets. You know, this is where they actually did that, and so on and so forth. So Aria thought that was really fun. And she has these dolls, these American Girl dolls that were Marielle's when she was a kid. Well, one of them is Felicity, who lived as the story goes, lived in Williamsburg. So she brought her Felicity doll with a little carrier and kind of dressed up a little bit in a dress that kind of matches Felicity's dress. So we're walking down the street, and some of these actors are like these two women walk by with fans in their face, and they're like, "Good afternoon," and they're sort of like bowing to me. I'm like, "Good afternoon to you." And Ari's with me, and she starts like, "Oh, is this Felicity?" And starts talking to her like in her old timey accent and everything.
Character,
she's fucking thrilled. So
that's so great.
Yeah. And anyway, that and just a chance to kind of see everybody. Ty and his partner came, and
awesome.
We all got to be together for days and play games and do random crap as well. So
love it.
Went down to the beach. We were near a beach, which we're not near out here in Ohio. So got to go to the beach for a few hours. Not that it was like warm, but you know, we were there and it was a sunny day, so we were fine.
I love it.
That's great. Hang out. Yeah.
Cool. And
that's what we did. And then I came back. Oh, and I got something, and I'm going to reveal it later in the show. Because I want it. Hopefully, it's going to work out. But I think it might be a funny thing to do on the show. So anyway.
Okay, let's do it.
As I said in Discord earlier, I plan to get approximately 2 years worth of material out of this thing. Content.
That means it's got to be some kind of dad joke level of something, right?
It's probably on that level.
The caliber of whatever it is dad joke. Yeah.
Expect dad joke level. Approximately 110 dad jokes.
All right.
Anyway,
should we pivot to that there giveaway?
We should, and I'm just going to sting the giveaway. Bam.
Whew.
Okay. Yeah.
The 1981, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So the challenge was write a riff in the style of Jimmy Eat World. Mm-hmm. I get the impression you haven't previewed any of these, Derek.
I have not, actually.
Yeah.
I've been busy with this work thing. So, yeah.
So up your...
Yeah, so...
So get off my jock, man. So anyway.
I haven't actually heard that like in
earnest, in anger.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, continue.
Get off my jock in anger. It sounds like an Oasis song. It's from their frat boy days.
Yeah, it's the demo track, the demo sessions of What's the Story, Morning Glory.
It's before the producers got to it and cleaned it all up. Hey, bro.
Hey, bro,
Oi.
literally.
Oi, how you feel about the name of this one?
In it.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
All right. Well, I think everybody did great, and we've got some pretty Jimmy Eat World sounding riffs here.
Yeah. I say that like I've heard them. Yeah.
5 of them. Now, I want to remind everybody that all you had to do was anything. you'd be in the drawing to get, what do we give it? What's it called?
We're giving away a Pedal Train Classic Junior. We didn't mention this on the show because it was in the Discord, which is where all the cool party stuff is happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are giving away a Pedal Train Classic Junior with the soft case. And fun fact, I have 2 of those boards, and they're the best. I was using mine today. My main pedal board is on a Classic Junior, and it's the perfect size for like all kinds of stuff. It's just a great, like, when I downsized to this thing, I was so happy with the result. Now I have 2 of them. So anyway, it's the best, and it's Pedal Train, so it comes with a really high quality Velcro that's like sized to match the rail. And I have the hard case for one and the soft case for the other, and we're giving away the soft case one. And honestly, I kind of got that hard case.
Are we going to take away one of Derek's and say no?
No.
You're gonna buy a new one.
I got the hard case like on a Black Friday deal or something like that. Like I kind of splurged on it. But the soft cases of what I've used primarily in every other Pedal Train product I've had, and
they're really tough cases.
They're awesome cases. Like the wall of it is like filled with a tough corrugated plastic, so it's pretty robust, but it still remains just a little flexible, which is not the worst thing. It's like pretty nice if you're jamming cables and stuff in there, among other things, set lists, whatever. The hard case, like if it's not seated exactly how it's supposed to be, it won't close. So, a little bit on either side. But
Half
anyway.
a dozen one, yeah.
Yeah. So, point is, we're giving that away, and you could win it just by being present in the giveaway.
Yeah. If your riff didn't sound anything like Jimmy Eat World, I would not take you out of the running. Chances are very high. So there are 5 of you.
You have a 1 in 5 chance of winning this in the next couple minutes.
So anyway, I don't. How should I tackle this? Shall I go from the? And people wrote me notes too. So I asked for anything you'd like, because I wanted the form to look less stupid. So I said, tell me something about this, and almost everybody. Eric actually wrote stuff about what they did. Eric just said he loved me. So anyway, why don't I just start at the top? So
sure.
From Discord user Alex Schroyer, we have this one. Here we go. Here we friggin' go.
Cool. Yep.
Okay. Right now.
Yep. It's funny the things that we all pull out of Jimmy Eat World as like that's the Jimmy Eat World sound. So I say that we all, like, I know what I think of that as, but it's funny to hear someone else approach it.
What I'm picking out from this is like the kind of bouncy sort of bones of the riff, right? And the fact that like the guitar tones are like disparate, like the fuzzy kind of sound comes in, and you know what I mean?
Which
this kind of stuff.
The crunchy clean one, right.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. And let's see, what did he write? Gibson Blues Hawk into Boss Extortion with an X. That's a thing, right?
Extortion.
Modded. Extortion. Yeah, there's a T in it. You're right. Extortion into Crate Power Block into Blue USB mic. So recorded with a mic, everybody. Figure that out.
Check out this hipster.
Check out this friggin' hipster. Well done, Alex Schroyer.
Yeah, no, that was great. I really liked that.
Okay.
Good job.
Let's see. The next one. Oh, that's not the next one on my list. Next one. Oh my gosh. I just realized my list is in the different order than I have on my buttons. I have to apologize to Eric. This is really... Now I understand why he says shut the fuck up there in chat, because I yelled at him when it was actually W.S. Gossett that said with love instead of telling me about their thing. Eric did tell me what he recorded with, and I'm the asshole. Well. That's right. Eric is the next one in my list.
Oh, everybody pay attention.
In my defense, I got confused because you're supposed to tell me your Discord name, and Eric said his Discord name was I don't even know anymore. Which, on the one hand, is fair, but...
Yeah, but also inaccurate.
Okay, Eric's riff.
Dude, Futures.
Yep, exactly. It's a Future song.
It's a song off of Futures, yeah.
For absolutely sure. Equits. Yep. Hold on. Equits Ashford, King of Tone, Strymon Iridium, Vox on that, and Deco.
Bang on.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. That's that sound. I just heard it. Can't confirm.
That's that sound. Such a me rig, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the problem with making rigs. They're all, they're just always kind of you.
This is on to a redo of... Okay, next one comes from W.S. Gossett, who just said with love instead of telling me what the fuck they did. So anyway, this is with love.
That has like a distinct Clarity era thing to it,
Right. The not exactly looping right on the bar, you know what I mean? Like going two beats over, kind of this sort of thing.
Well done. Good entry.
Oh, Alex, you just missed your riff.
We roasted it.
No, we didn't.
He's gone.
He fucking bailed. Oh no, he's back. All right.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Okay.
That was actually pretty fucking hilarious. Please continue.
Okay. Next one is from Mike Overdrive. Here we go. See, this is the like Derek. Mike interpreted it the whole it as a chorus kind of thing. Or yours is a little bit split, I guess. I'm trying to remember.
Mine is kind of split.
I didn't listen to yours today. It's like I think so far, a bunch of them have been sort of like the pre-chorus or the verse part of a Jimmy World riff, and then this one is like all chorus.
All chorus, no breaks.
What do you say? I hope I did Jimmy proud. This was my Reverend Warhawk. This is like wrapping off the edge of the thing. I have to change the size of these cells. What's going on here? Okay. The Reverend Warhawk Stonewall HB-sized P90 bridge pickup with a Tonex matchless DC30 profile and a bit of added drive from the Soul Food treble booster.
The Soul Food clone.
Yep.
Clone. The matchless stuff is it. That's a good riff. I like it.
Nice. One more, or two if you count Derek's, from Shoop. Here it comes. Shoop.
It's a very like Chase This Light era.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like right after Futures.
Yeah, Chase This. It is
nailing the year.
That's so great. Oh man, I didn't expect this part of the contest. That's so awesome to like hear everybody's like what they how they interpret and like recreate what Jimmy Eat World does like in their mind. I love that. Love it.
Recorded with a Boss IR2 straight into the Focusrite.
Fucking A.
And they commented, still having latency issues. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're not using a software modeler, if it's not software getting the amp tone, and I'm not sure, the IR2, could that be all we're hearing there? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so if you're having latency issues, then it probably means that in that case, you shouldn't have had to worry about latency at all, because your Scarlett, you just turn on that direct monitoring, slide that knob back. Is
it that you're monitoring through your DAW when you should be monitoring through your hardware?
Right. So if you recording lesson, if you there's software monitoring through the DAW. Generally speaking, you kind of can have that turned off. So all it's doing is playing back tracks that aren't record enabled. And for the inputs that are live, you're playing with that on that Scarlett 2i2, the knob for direct monitoring. You just turn it somewhere in the middle and to get the right balance between your input and what's coming back off the computer. And that should have no latency, because then your stomp box should be right to your ears. But if you were having latency, it probably means software monitoring was turned on, which it would need to be if you have a plug-in doing the sound, in which case the name of the game is just turn the buffer size as low as your computer can handle. And if you start hearing clicks and fuzzies in it, it means your computer's falling down on the job. It gets tough, but if if your sample rate isn't super high, you can usually get a computer to get, if there isn't a lot of stuff going on in the DAW, you could get it down to 64 samples or 32 on Mac. And hopefully that would work out. So anyway, all right. Those are the advices.
Now we know. Okay, so that's all the entries. I wrote one.
That's all the entry. Derek wrote one. Do you guys want to hear it? You want to hear it? All right.
You can say no.
Stop playing Derek's. What era is yours from? What era do you think yours is from?
I don't even know, but like that tremolo picking, that like up really high, that feels kind of like a Chase This Light zone. And maybe shortly after, which is funny because it's like not like that. I like all eras of Jimmy Eat World, but that's not the one that's like
they're
high
roasting
on my
him
list.
So bad in the chat.
They're roasting me. Oh my god, I can't wait. Oh yeah, good thing I can't win, guys. Good. Thank you, everybody, for entering. That was like the side effect of kind of analyzing a band that we know pretty well. It was really fun.
Okay, so we gotta roll a D5 and pick one of these to win a prize, and we've got to, and then I gotta throw up a vote. I gotta throw up. Well, does a D5 doesn't exist, right? A D10, I guess, is what you'd be reaching for.
Yeah, that I do have.
We could just ask a computer to do it, but that's not as fun.
It's not as fun.
It's not as fun. And then the other thing is, I guess I gotta throw up a form or maybe just a poll, a Discord poll for when this episode comes out tomorrow to pick to have voting go on, and the voting would be for the lesser prize, the swag bag. I've got some stickers and
I've got
some
koozies. I think I'm
koozies.
Actually out of stickers here.
I should send.
Do you have picks?
I used to have so many. I must still have them. I think they're in a box right back there. Okay. That's where the koozies and stickers are, and I know those are still there.
So I've got my D10.
Okay, so a D10, and the way this would work, I guess, is 1 through 5, 6 through 10 repeats, right? So like 1 and 6 would be first on my list. Is that right?
Sure. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. It's a cool, like Nordic themed die for no reason. It's like blue and clear and black, and it's awesome. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
One.
It's Alex.
Bam.
There
Alex,
you are, my friend.
Congratulations. You won the pedal board.
You're the guy. Way to... Isn't this good to be one that you're listening in live on? Hey, look, and Me6 just gave you a high five for speaking up.
Yeah. Fucking yeah. All right. So we will be in touch about figuring that out. We don't actually have the pedal board here. We'll just order it and send it straight to you. So we'll get that all organized sometime in the next little bit. Congrats, dude. Thanks for entering.
Thanks you all.
Yeah, thanks to everybody for entering. We'll also get working on the next one of these where we'll do like a riff in the style of somebody. So we'll get some input there.
Yeah, maybe I'll put up another vote and not include Tool this time, just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to segue into a next thing.
Okay.
Okay, that one was going to keep going on for another like 20 seconds, so I stopped
The chat
it.
is just going off. Yeah. Eric says the next one should be whoever can make fun of you the best. I like
write
that
a
idea.
riff that sounds like one of our bad jokes.
Write a riff that's like, yeah. The next idea is write a riff that I would write, which would be just so funny to hear. But I don't know. We'll figure something out.
That could work. There's a lot of examples of Derek riffs.
There are
that people could draw
also,
from.
Let's not forget that the theme is optional here, so you can still enter.
The only thing that following the theme protects you from is us being like, I don't know, man, I'm not buying it when we play it on the show.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Anyway, where are we at?
Where are we at? It says on my notes here that Derek had a gig.
Oh, yeah. So we had our Paramore tribute set gig in Worcester, and it was a much larger deal than I was anticipating, and I feel like an asshole about that. So
he just rolled in like, this is nothing to me.
I rolled in kind of like, not really hot shoddy, but like I had to be there at 3:30, and that annoyed the hell out of me. And I was like, so I came in just a little like crabby about having to be there so early. There were 3 bands. Like the first band loaded in at 2. It was insane. Like it was so early.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had to leave my niece's birthday party to come to sound check. And then I get there and like they were a little behind. And so we were just all very like crabby. So, but as they're setting up, like sun's going down, fog machines turning on, the lasers are coming out. The projector is up with our humongous logo and like the Emo Night Worcester in our color scheme. And I'm like, oh. Right?
Hold on. Let me change my hat.
Yeah, right. And so then we're doing sound check and we're getting things going up there. And it's a big stage, like bigger for a band like us, the kind of local thing. Big stage, lots of room to mess around and have a good time. And we were still backlined and still tons of room. It was like that big a situation, which was great. So then it's like, oh man, like, yeah, I should have like really brought my oh shit kit here. Like I really should have brought my kind of, not that I was off my game, but it was kind of like yep, okay, we are locking in, guys. we got to really focus up.
Time to look good.
Me to myself this whole time,
Yeah.
And then the place was fucking packed and it was great. And like we got some really high quality photos and video of the whole thing. But these guys who hosted the band Chase the Past is hosting these. They have like an LLC about this. They're like Emo Night as a thing is like franchising itself almost across the Northeast.
That's
so like nobody's
cool.
owning Emo Night, the concept, but like Emo Night Worcester is specifically these guys.
Yeah.
And they host and organize
it's like
it at this
the
place.
open source franchise. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're popping up kind of all over. There's one obviously here in Manchester. There's one in Portsmouth about an hour from here. There's one in Portland about 2 hours from here. So they're kind of just like dotting all across the area, which is so like I realized that's the best thing. Like we've played a bunch of these other gigs that are like 80s night or 90s night or something like that, and they are not remotely the same as Emo Night. And I think it's emo kids like are will always be total diehards. Like forever.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so like what things like this have you done that wasn't an emo night? Because the thing I'm getting,
we did one with the same band when I was in a different band, actually, which was a mix of emo covers and originals. But then, so as opposed, what do you mean?
Well,
like a gig that's just like a broader mix of things?
Or it's a different, or it's like distinctly not emo. What I'm wondering is like, is it the emo kids that are, you know what I mean? Is it the emo kids that are now emo grown-ups? Or is it the oeuvre of the thing, right? Is it just doing a night like this?
Yeah.
And people are like, that's fucking awesome. You know, if they did one that was, I don't know, it was something else. If it was 80s.
Well, there's new metal night. They do new metal night sometimes.
Yeah.
New metal.
And it's like, you're not there. Your band doesn't play that. So you don't know. You can't answer the question.
I can't. However, I'm down. Like anyone who wants to do new metal night, I am so there. But yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe we haven't been brought to those gigs, but it's because the emo stuff sells. Like it sells seats. Yeah. And especially we were talking before the gig, like I'm a little burned out on Paramore because we've done 2 Paramore sets in this 2025 kind of zone. And I don't know, it's a lot of the same. A lot of the same when it's like your creative outlet and not your creative like product. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And I also want to play like TOTW songs. I also want to play Third Eye Blind songs, like all this other stuff. I'm not looking at chat. What's going on?
Sorry. No,
Am I still getting roasted?
It's really acing it. It's a lot of misery. It's a lot of business.
It's exactly what it is, man. So yeah, but now we're booking, it's not booking. We have our next emo night in a few weeks. It's April 26th, and it'll just be a regular, like we're going to pull a whole set together of all kinds of bands. So
pick from the genre, yeah.
Yeah, which I really like a lot. So we're looking at doing some other tunes.
Yes, Toto had more than one song.
Yeah.
So, and here's the thing. You've actually heard at least 2 of them. Everybody has. They just don't know it.
Ever heard a Michael Jackson song? Guess what?
Busted.
So anyway, show was great. And like the kind of thing where like we're getting tagged in photos. It was like kind of the next day and stuff. I was still having this like reawakening of like, oh no, people are loving this. And like, I'm just being a turd, right? Like I'm being a grump because we're getting tagged in photos where it's like, oh my God, got to meet the lead singer from A Blockbuster Summer. And it's like Allison and like a few people. And I'm just like, wow, like that behavior, that idea of like, oh, I got to meet the lead singer. Like I got to meet a member of this band I just saw. I'm like, we're just people. Like we're just, I
forgot to turn up with my oh shit kit.
Yeah. And I'm like, all right, I'm reading this while I'm waiting for my coffee to brew, right? I'm just a guy. I got to go to the grocery store today. But it's also like, excellent. Oh man, like it is. It's like really nice. And I was surprised by it still, I guess. Like, because this cover band thing is largely new to me in the scope of my whole music shit. So like, I don't know, the response to it is also new to me. And I gotta, like I was looking down on myself a little bit for no reason.
Yeah, I'm like absorbing this perspective, right? And seeing, well, okay, so emo night or otherwise, right? It's like, so songs that are already attached to people, right? So you're skipping a lot of build up. I think that's somewhat the source of where this is the younger me is like thinking about like, well, cover bands. I mean, you're not really a band. You know what I mean? You didn't do the hard work. You just like everybody. And these guys did the thing to get their worms into people's ears, and now you're
right.
But people still party with you.
Yeah.
You know, and like you still turn up and like you're celebrating a shared love, right? Yeah. And a shared nostalgia, which is really, really powerful stuff.
It is really powerful stuff, and especially like as the need for some time away, I think is on people's radar. Like a need for a break, a need for to blow off some steam, whatever. Like things are tense kind of all the time now.
Yeah.
So yeah, when these things come around, people go hard in a really fun way. I think the same, like it depends on the kind of night it is, because 90s night, music broadly from the 90s is a hell of a lot different than the emo hits that are like tearing the walls down. But
but
the I don't know, it's such an interesting area to be in. Also, this comment, imagine being excited to meet Derek, is cutting to my core. Oh my God. That is the meanest thing anyone's ever actually said.
It's the subtlety of it, it's
That's an amazing roast. Wow.
He's already in the lead for the next riff contest, which is making fun of us.
Yeah, he's got an aggressive lead. He's been making fun of us the whole time.
Yeah, it's like six solid years of making fun of us, and 3 or 4 before that of amateur making fun of us.
Right.
As a hobby.
Oh gosh. But anyway, gig was really good, and
awesome.
You know what else is awesome? It was attached to a restaurant, and they fed us for free as like part of our payment and stuff, and then they paid us lots of dollars too. So like,
so they're doing well, because they wouldn't be doing that if they weren't going to. That's outstanding.
So this place is off the rails in Worcester. It was like you could throw a stone and hit DCU Center. It's right there. So busy area, lots of people walking, lots of foot traffic, and like looking for stuff to do. So yeah, it was good.
What's the ticket price at a thing like this?
Tickets were $20
and
for this night. And
how many bands are doing a set, and what's a set like? We
did 3 bands that night. We had 50 minutes for the set. I think the opener had that as well.
Backline, so you had changeover. Yeah.
Backline. And also, speaking of backline, Matt and I were both going direct, like fully direct. Like I just plugged into the Snake.
So you just pretended the amps behind you were yours.
Yeah, so any photo from that gig with that Marshall in the back, that's not me. That's not me, dude.
They were dummy cabs, yeah, in a very real sense.
But it cut down, and because we manage our own in-ear mix and we come with it saved to the hardware, like we just plug in and go. So we don't have 5 guys on stage going, can I get a little more bass? Can I get a little more kick drum? 5 mixes for like 5 people. Like that's the
future.
Yeah, it's just so we say we got back on schedule for all of that stuff because ours was so quick. But anyway, I forget what I was saying before that. But you had asked me a question. No, I can't remember.
Oh, just about the size and shape of the gig. So $20, so and you're roughly.
Also at this show, there was a VIP section, like with table service.
Oh.
That was $40.
Because the emo kids are grown-ups.
Yeah. So that was $40 and was really just a roped off, kind of a roped off area of the main room. Yeah, bottle service at emo.
I mean,
night,
do you have drink tickets for your $40? That sounds like a lot to me. Am I stuffy?
Well, so we're sitting there and we're like, and I just had this realization, like, I wouldn't pay $40 to see me.
Imagine paying $40 to see Derek.
And I'm just like, and this is when I'm feeling like really dumb and pessimistic about it, but I'm like, guys, it's just emo night. Like, it's just, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Right. And I had this, but like so these VIPs were like, just 2 seats, like a high top bar table, basically. So $80 a table. And that doesn't include like any of the stuff, any like appetizers or drink tickets or anything like that.
And you're getting table service, but you're paying for your drinks and you're tipping your waiter. So
yeah, so you're coming out of this night a lot of money. So that's pretty high. Like, and this was a ticketed event, so like tickets numbers were sold and like you could buy them online, and it was a whole thing. So I don't know actually how many tickets were sold. There were tickets sold at the door as well. People just show up to these kinds of gigs. And but at Shaskeen, when we play locally, it's $10 a head. Just cash at the door. Yeah. So, but the Worcester gig had a much larger room, a lot more people.
And they bought those tickets.
They bought them. Oh yeah, the VIP thing was booked, like sold out.
That's it.
How many tables were there? Maybe like 15?
Wow. Yeah.
Maybe not even 12?
That's the thing. Emo. So here it is. Like emo kids grew up and they have jobs now.
They're dashboard professionals.
Excellent work.
Yeah.
Very
Take that
good.
one with you guys.
Very good. Whereas New Metal Night, I think we can all agree. I mean, sure, they got older.
Yeah,
but they're not gonna. I mean, $40. No.
$40 for a New Metal Night.
They're gonna be. Those guys are paying the cheap whatever the cheaper ticket price is, and they're gonna wear a big puffy jacket because they're sneaking a bunch of Michelob Ultras in on the inside of their jacket. They're not paying no bartender for it. They're gonna be. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Bartender, no more for me. Drinking out of sleeve.
Yeah. Well.
I'm laying it on thick with the New Metal guys.
I mean, but when we talk about making these sets for a night that's themed like this, it's a fun conversation because we're like, oh, what should we learn for this? Like, what should we add to our catalog for this? And so something like New Metal Night comes up, and like all genres, there are certain songs, there are certain pockets of it that kind of everyone likes, you know? So, or if not directly that broad, like, there's probably a new metal song or two that I bet you like, listener. Like they just, you know?
Sneak attack.
Yeah. So we pull out these songs like, oh man, remember POD?
Yeah.
Like those were some riffs though. If we're really kind of being serious. Like, maybe the music hasn't aged that well, but the riffs do.
Okay, so, and all cards on the table, Alex showed up a little after the start of the show conversation and doesn't realize that we were already talking about dentists, but he just told us that his dental hygienist said, I saw Limp Biscuit last weekend. So this episode is very surreptitiously full circle.
So when the Apple Watch first came out,
okay,
I remember
setting the scene.
I remember funny things being said like, I have to go charge my watch, quote, like a brand new sentence has been formed, right? Like no one has ever said this before. And so I see like in the year 2025, someone saying I saw Limp Bizkit last weekend is like that kind of experience.
It's like, where am I?
Yeah. Right? It's a brand new thing in our cultural moment.
But
anyway,
there was a time in the past where somebody said, I saw Limp Bizkit. Yeah. All right.
Limp Bisquick?
Yes. Limp Bisquick. I've already forgotten what I was thinking.
Oh, God.
Yep. That's real.
Should we get out of here? Where are we looking at? Where are we at?
We're fine. Let's pick a thing, and I'll intro a new segment that's gonna absolve me from having to pick a thing every week because I never fucking can.
Okay.
So, you probably want me to do this.
I'm waiting for you to.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's my shitty version of "Don't Dream It's Over." Yeah. That's a very old, like pre-Pedal Genie, maybe.
Yeah, that might have been just like straight off of the Helix or something.
Pre-Helix for sure.
What would it have been back then?
Pod Farm.
Just the OG.
Just, yeah. The one we owe it all to, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Or maybe just whatever was in GarageBand.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So a bunch of those riffs had, because I was making note of what they were for the sake of, we used to like put that stuff in the notes for a while. And a bunch of the old ones just said some pod farm shit or something like that. Some pod farm shit 6. There was a bunch of those because it was like
that's what it was though. It was just like clicking through sounds and recording
Right.
little bumps. Like
I was like, we need a pile of shit, and Derek was like, here's 12 shits.
Good.
So,
we have
anyway.
a lot of great titles options this time.
Having fun. All right.
Yes.
All right. So,
okay.
pick of the week. Ye olde pick of the week. I want you to go. Yeah, because mine's not going to be a pick of the week. Mine's going to be something completely different.
Pick of the week. Okay. So. Okay. I'm trying to decide. I don't have a picture to share of this right now. Actually, let me throw something quickly into the Discord. I finished building my battle droid, and people who in the server have been watching this unfold a bit. There we go. So if you can pull that up on the screen for the viewer. Mm-hmm. So there he is, weathered and looking sharp as hell, and waiting for his backpack, which I finished. Actually should finish tomorrow or the next day. But anyway, I finished my battle droid. It's my pick of the week because it's fucking sick. Like, it is the coolest thing.
It's so big. Hold on. I have to. No, you keep talking. Big. I'm sorry. I have to zoom out.
Yeah, it's taller than I am. So battle droids canonically are 6'4". That does include the antenna, but they're like pretty tall before the antenna. So anyway, it is taller than me. I can't see its eyes when I'm like standing right at it. And I made the rifle for it. I made the backpack for it, and I also made the binoculars for it. So,
wait, binoculars? They have binoculars?
They have like a camp, like a field binocular kind of thing.
Oh, nice. Yes, I remember
actually,
that now. Yeah.
So see how their eyes are like ovals, like they're ellipses that are on this like elongated head.
Yeah.
The eye opening on the binoculars matches that perfect like.
Yeah.
What I don't even know, but like skewed oval.
The stretched kind of shape.
Yeah. So Eric's like, oh, that's pretty eerie, like having it taller than you. And yeah, it is a little bit weird, like when I'm standing there working on it and I'm like face to face with it. It is a little. At first, it was like, oh, this is weird. It's actually more convenient to work on it just standing up, right? Kind of.
Wow.
Like not taking apart on the bench. But so many hours put into this thing. I printed it last November through December, and then it sat in my office until about a month ago. I took it down to the basement, took it apart. It's all modular, or it was. It's now mostly epoxied and fit together kind of more permanently. But it does come apart for travel or storage if I ever needed to. And
like at the waist or something?
Yeah, so the head comes off and both arms come off at the shoulder. So you can just lift them right out of their sockets and they're done. It comes apart at between the hips and the belly as well.
Right. Okay.
And actually, I think the belly is currently also separate. I'm on the fence about epoxying it, but it can turn kind of like sideways. So I probably don't want to do that. But anyway, yes, Eric, I did make the blaster for it. It's the E5 blaster. It's like the one that the battle droids use. It's the one that Padme has in Attack of the Clones.
She took it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's all like, pew, pew, that part. Yeah. So, a lot of fun. There's like a lot of customizability you can do with these things. There's a new chest design that has a hole all the way through it that's fitted for one of the model lightsabers. So you can like jam the lightsaber in it and like leave it there for photo ops and stuff.
Nice.
Obviously with paint, you can make it any other rank of battle droid because that's the only difference in them visually. So you could do the pilots are blue, the commanders are yellow, that kind of stuff. And it's just like a cool thing to have around. It weighs about probably 15 or 20 pounds-ish.
That's not that much.
No, not that much. Don't forget, the whole interior of it is only about 10% filled.
Right, yeah.
So, a lot of empty space in that thing. But it does have a wooden dowel skeletal structure inside. So it's just up to each leg, and then they like meet at the hip, and then one up through the torso.
Cool. Nice. Excellent
Battle
work.
droids, man. Roger.
Battle fucking droids.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Cool.
my thing of the week.
All right.
Proud of myself. Proud of the work I did. Hear that, universe?
Yes, you should be. Make fun of him about it now. Try.
Yeah, try. I'm on a high,
Okay.
guys. You can't beat me.
You
Anyway.
can't defeat him. Okay, so when I was in Williamsburg, I'm not the type to do things in gift shops at these sorts of things, but you know, family goes in, we look around and stuff like that. But I saw something that I decided to pick up, and it is this lovely book. It is George Washington's Rules of Civility
Oh, dear.
and Decent Behavior in Company and Conversation. So we're about to be learning some fucking 1600s,
Some dignity, right?
1700s shit here. So they're numbered, and there are I'm skipping to the end to make sure I have the number right. I believe there are 110. There are 110. Now, many of these are extremely short.
Okay.
And I have no idea if this is going to be very stupid, but I bought this book and I said, I am going to begin reading these out on the podcast with 110 of them. That's like 2 years of content, motherfuckers.
Yeah, let's go. Here, lay it on me.
Okay. Maybe if they're really short, we do more than one. Maybe this is just funny for a little while. I have no fucking idea. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's do it until we forget.
Well, I have a physical thing, so I just leave it right here on my desk. I figure this is a conversation piece. Okay. I've only previewed a few of these before I decided I was going to do this, so I wanted to be fresh. Okay, number 1. Every action done in company ought to be with some sign of respect to those that are present. I believe we have broken that 100 times in the last hour.
Yes. I mean, good rule.
Good rule. Maybe these are boring. Maybe this is a dumb segment.
George sounds kind of lame.
Hold on. Number 2 is better. I may have to be a little more choosy about this. Less than 2 years of content. Okay. When in company, put not your hands to any part of the body not usually discovered. Okay. That was all right.
Not usually discovered.
Not usually discovered. Show nothing
Good.
to your friend that might affright him.
Don't scare your buddy.
Don't scare your buddy. I mean, that's just basic stuff, right? In the presence of others, sing not to yourself with a humming noise, nor drum with your fingers or feet.
Oh, I'm out.
Oh, boy. All right, we're close. So that's there. I gave you 4. Well, anyway, I don't know. Maybe this is a thing. Maybe it's not. But oh, well.
I think we can find something.
Maybe I'll search through ahead of time and make sure I'm grabbing a couple of, at least the ones where he uses the flowery language. No prep. All right, the votes are coming in for no prep.
No prep, yes, do them, but no prep.
We'll do them until we get something good.
We'll do it
Memorize
live.
all the rules. Okay, then the chat will call out a number to me, and I'll have to summon it from my mind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I've got. That's all I've got because I have to preserve this if I'm going to get a lot of
no, that's fine.
content
That's
out of
great.
it.
I love
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, we can have like a thing at the end of the episode that's like
George Washington's
you may
fucking
still
wisdom.
have a thing of the week now and then, but it's also like a moment of reflection with George Washington.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, are we ready?
And it will be funny to see how many of these are like, that's old timey bullshit, and how many, like most of what was just there, it was just like, yeah, sure.
Like,
don't scare your
be a
friends.
dick.
Okay, bro.
Yeah. Have you met my friends?
You'd
I would
scare him,
love to
Mr.
scare my-
Washington.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's time, and thank you all for being a part of the show, and thank you all for hanging out in the chat, and thank you all for submitting riffs to the riff contest thing. We'll throw up a vote, and the vote is going to be for whichever one you feel like voting for, I guess, whichever one was your favorite. And I guess that means I have to post them somewhere where people can play them again, or am I just going to make people listen to the episode? You know what? If it's easy, I'll do it. But I was thinking
And how about this? We'll put a timestamp in the YouTube description for when the entries are happening, so you can just click right to it and listen there. And it'll be in the show notes. Some podcast players also do this, like on the phone app, so you can jump right to it and hear it there.
Yes, it's on YouTube. That's correct. We've been on YouTube for a long time. Anyway. Scoff.
You know what? Prize redacted. Rescinded. That's the word. Sorry.
What am I saying? What am I saying?
I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know what's going on. Whatever. I'll figure it out. I think I want to do something easy, like a poll on Discord, that I'll put in the giveaway channel or something like that, and then just pick one, and whoever wins will send them a swag bag. Okay.
Totally.
So that's it. Now it's time just for me to summon the music and thank the patrons, for whom we all owe thanks because they allow us to do fun things like this. And oh my, was it fun.
Really good one.
As apparently everyone has to change their name now, so the patrons that we thank include Fender Hot Rob Okay, hold on. Just take it back, Justin. Edit this all out. Fender Hot Bob Deluxe. Messy Bougie? Bougie. Messy Bougie Mark IV. Carson Ricketts. Matthew Fenslaw. Reisenwolf. Bgow 69420. Andrew. Oh, I get it. Andrew with the ampersand. Sean Wright of Lollygagger Effects. And Marshall Stack 666, which I assume is the one that was behind Derek at the show.
Yes.
That's it.
Satan's amp. Come hang out in Discord. Congrats again, Alex. We'll send you that pedal board soon. Bye.